I'm Dr. Pratik Varshne. I'm a Senior Consultant Surgical Oncology at Asian Institute of Medical Sciences. Together we have Dr. Amish Chaudhary. He's a Director of Surgical Oncology at Asian Institute of Medical Sciences.
Good afternoon, viewers.
So to start with, we'll just have a brief introduction about the common information about breast cancer. So first of all, I would like to ask you what are the common risk factors that lead to breast in females.
Yeah, so it is true that breast cancer is becoming very, very common, and the environmental factors as well as our lifestyle factors both are contributing to the incidence. And the most important ones in our lifestyle are alcohol and high fat diet and obesity. And the social factor that are contributing to is fewer number of children and increased age of marriage, which leads to increased age of first lactation. Therefore, all these factors, the socioeconomic factors and the overall environmental change is contributing to increased incidence. Yes.
Yeah, totally agree. And also the people are more exposed to the investigation part. People are more aware about their own body. They're coming to the hospital early, and even if for mild symptoms they are coming,
Yes,
so they are being
yes.
detected more, and that's why the incidence is increasing.
Yes, yes. And in our practice, as you rightly said, we are seeing more and more early cases in our practice. Like 10 years ago, we used to see more than 50% patients stage 3, but now we are seeing more 80% patients are in stage 1 and 2 that are being referred to in our clinics.
So as you have said that staging, so it's very important how to proceed with such patients. So what all sign and symptoms such patients can have? Yeah, just kindly elaborate so that viewers can get an idea about the sign and symptoms of patients having CA breast.
Yeah. So first and foremost, all females should be aware of their breast, and any change, any recent change that happens, either a new appearance of a lump or increase of size of any old lump, any skin change or any nipple retraction. So you should be well aware of those things, and there is no need to be afraid of that any change that has happened or any lump is there, it is definitely cancer. Most of these changes will be benign. Only very few or maybe 15% of these patients will have cancer. But these are the symptoms which should prompt you to visit your physician at the earliest. So don't delay any change that you notice. And the moment you see something that is changing inside your breast, I think you should consult your gynecologist or physician at the earliest.
Yes, I think that's the main motive that you should not be afraid of the symptoms.
Yes.
And you should consult your physician or whichever doctor you can reach to. There's very common myth among the general population that any cancer should not be like biopsied or cut. So same with the breast cancer. So how to proceed? Like every patient needs to be biopsied or any other modality of investigations which you can suggest to reach the staging of that patient.
Yeah, so I think this is the problem which almost every breast cancer surgeon or any breast cancer physician will encounter in any cancer center, that most of the patients will say, sir, I don't want to get this needle biopsy done because I've heard that this will spread. So, and all of us as a community of oncologists have answered this question in almost an unanimous way, that biopsy will not lead to any harm, and rather it is very important to have either a needle FNAC or a biopsy for us to proceed for the management. And I think it should be done in almost all cases, because it gives us a lot of information which cannot be given us by only an FNAC. And what do you think in your practice? Do you do biopsy in all cases?
Yeah, I think we should avoid advise hooked biopsy in all the patients, as it help us to plan the treatment as well as to plan the treatment even after surgery. Like hormonal therapy and chemotherapy has also to be planned accordingly. We can get the ISC reports and ERPR receptors that will help to plan the further mode of treatment. So you should not be afraid about for getting a biopsy done, as it is mandatory to go ahead with your treatment. So any other modality of investigations which can predict or guide the family whether they are at risk of cancer or not. Many of times we get a query that the patient want to know what is the risk of getting cancer to their daughters or some other blood relatives. So how can these investigations help them to give them a fair idea about that risk?
So it is a very common myth that if your parents have had either breast or ovarian cancer, you are also at increased risk. So it is not like this. So only if one of your parents or in your maternal side, your family, somebody has had breast or ovarian cancer at the age of less than 45, only then genetic testing comes into play. And for your children also, if you have developed breast or ovarian cancer at the age of 45 or a bilateral cancer in both the breast, only then your children should be be forwarded for genetic counseling before any genetic testing that is to be done.
Okay. So now I think we have discussed much about the signs and symptoms and the investigations which need to be done for planning of treatment. So moving ahead, what all modalities of treatment do we have for a better treatment of such patients? And specifically, do we need to remove whole breast for all the patients, or we can give them a better cosmetic results with some breast conservation surgeries?
So, as we had discussed earlier, that most of the patients that now we are seeing in our clinics are in early stage, and in early stage cancer, most of the patients we are able to do a breast conservation surgery, and oncoplastic techniques have refined so much that it gives very good cosmetic outcomes, and you can have a fairly good size breast after breast cancer surgery, and there is no need to remove the entire breast. Rather, there is another question that, sir, whether if we leave our breast behind, will it lead to any increased local recurrence? And in our practice, we have found that that chance is very low, and it can be easily managed if that happens. Rather, now few studies have come up which are showing that breast conservation surgery along with the radiation therapy, the survivals are better than complete removal of the breast.
And also sometimes in advanced stages, sometimes patient comes to us that there is in stage 3, and after giving chemotherapy also we can conserve the breast.
Yes,
if the response is good, even in such patients we can conserve breast.
Yes, now in stage 3 also we can give half of the chemotherapy before the surgery and cause the shrinkage of the tumor, and then you can do a conservative surgery with very good cosmetic outcomes. What is your experience?
Definitely. We can even use the reconstructive surgeries to give them a better cosmetic result. So reconstructive surgical part has also evolved much, and nowadays we can give them as equal as symmetrical results. Okay. Then another thing most of the people want to know is it the surgery suffices the treatment, or do we need some more treatment either in the form of chemotherapy or radiation in all the patients, or we can avoid those things in certain patients?
Yeah, so most of the patients that I have been through my career, most of the patients accept surgery very well, and even at the time of counseling of surgery, they are always you must have also seen that patients are more bothered about chemotherapy and loss of hair, and whether chemotherapy is painful or not, rather than on the recovery of surgery. And so I would like to inform my viewers that chemotherapy is not painful at all, and yes, loss of hair happens to 80% of the patients, but I would like to say now that a lot of techniques like skull cooling cap have evolved, and which actually can prevent hair loss, and with the the enhancement of technology of the artificial hair wigs that are being made, it is very easy to conceal whether you are on chemotherapy.
And also, I think after the completion of chemotherapy, the hairs regrow. Although
yes, they will definitely, yes.
So that's also a very important thing, that it will be a transitory phase of hair loss, and with time you'll be back to the normal looks.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the chances of redeveloping that cancer, or it might spread to some other part of that of the body? So do we need to do any test frequently, or do we need to have some assessment scores by which we can predict that how much recurrence rate you have, and what else we can do to decrease the chances of those recurrences?
So yes, recurrence is an inherent part of any cancer. But now with the development of so much of biological markers that we study, that is the ERPR, in those patients which these markers are positive, we can give long duration hormone therapies to suppress the tumor and have very long recurrence free survivals. And now the even the targeted therapy HER2 has become is being very commonly used. Initially it was very expensive, but now if you use trastuzumab, that is the target which targets the HER2 pathway, that gives very excellent results. And all these advancements in hormonal therapies and targeted therapies have increased the survival of breast cancer patients.
And also the follow-up need to be accurate, that you should be coming to back to your surgeon or the treating physician to detect those recurrences as early as possible at an early stage also. Okay, so I think we have tried to cover the main topics what need to be discussed in such open scenarios, and we are open to the questions also if somebody wants to answer.
The viewers can happen, and you can you can post your questions in comment section, and we'll be happy to answer those. And our final message is this: yes, that breast cancer is becoming common, but our advancements are also becoming very effective in dealing with this disease, and very long survivals are now possible, and most of our patients have near normal lives if you are detected in stage 1 and 2. And therefore I don't think now you should be afraid if you're any near or near one is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Carcinoma breast is totally curable at present.
So signing off, and thank you viewers.